The round table.
Gentlemen,
Aye.
let's broaden our minds.
Lay on, gentlemen, and let them know what's what. Fire at will. It's time for action, gentlemen.
Gentlemen of the round table.
What's the topic of discussion?
Civility,
They're
gentlemen.
harder to hold.
Always civility.
All right. Thanks, fucking Lord. Thank you, Lord, for being... Let me start over. Fuck ass.
Whoa.
Come on, lead us through a guided meditation.
That's right. Everyone close your eyes, and I'm going to lead you through a guided meditation. All right. You're in an ass. You're running out of an ass. Yeah. It's an endless hole. Now you're fucking stardust and just floating through the sands of time. A big monkey, but with like a fucking horn for a penis, approaches you. His name's Chippers, and he's mad at you. So you better get running because he's gonna horn your fucking nose open, which is bad to do. Can you come out of a horn? I want you to think about that for a second. What that would be? How would you masturbate a horn if that was your penis or your pussy? I guess I don't know. Exactly. You just murder people. You gore people to come. And now we are breathing, and we're breathing out, and we're fucking smoking weed. And you open your eyes, and you are at the Roundtable of Gentlemen.
Hey! Hello, stinky butts. Welcome to the round table.
That was beautiful. I could really feel myself being in a butt and running out into space. It was really visual, man.
That's the thing. If you just relax, just go with it.
My horn dick is fully aroused. I love it. Amber Nelson said
with that one.
Yeah, that was scary. It was good. Amber Nelson sitting in for Jackie Zebrowski.
Hello.
Thank you.
Thank
Who
you.
else is on the show?
Ed Larson.
Holden McNeely.
Kevin Barnett.
I'm Ben Kissel. We got in the Chuckle Hut. Patrick Dixon. How are you, mister?
Hey, great. Thanks for having me.
We are towing the Dixon line. The hello, Marcus is here too. Fun times.
What does he do? What does he do on the cast again?
Marcus? Mm-hmm. He does the the computer news.
Yeah. All right.
Marcus Parks, what's the news today?
The news today, we're starting off with a story from Pat's home state of Tennessee. A Tennessee student is in custody after his principal was found dead in a pool of blood in a classroom of their church school.
Yeah! Good for this kid. What a living legend. How did he kill him?
The body of popular 49-year-old head Suzette York was discovered by a teacher at the Seventh-day Adventist Memphis Junior Academy. A 17-year-old student was still on the scene and was arrested when police arrived, according to the authorities. York was described as by a colleague as a caring educator who had a natural concern for the children being obedient and doing the things that they were supposed to be doing.
No, she was a terrible, terrible teacher who slapped the children. This is a Christian school. I went to a Christian school. I got spankings. I would love to behead every single principal I ever had
With
growing
the
up.
hand, or did they use anything else? I think I got a ruler to the ass one time.
Yeah, he used a ruler. But being like 10
But
years
you
old...
liked it, right? You were like, one more, please.
Yeah, I was like, can I be you now? Can I spank you?
I got slapped in the back of the head by a nun once.
They are vicious.
Yeah, I dropped my pencil box. That's Sister Dolores, that fucking cunt. It was my handwriting teacher. I purposely learned how to draw every letter a different way than how she taught us.
That's
now
good.
I write like a fucking idiot.
Sister Dolores, she did have some good ideas.
I had a gym teacher, Mr. Underdown, and he used to beat us.
Underdown.
He doesn't molest the little girls, right?
Yeah, with his horn penis. That's what he said.
That's good.
No, there was a kid named Justice that he was a kid. He was a retarded kid named Justice, which was perfect. And so he would we would tell they would say, hey, go chase the girls, Justice, and he would go I'd menace the girls, and he said, you got to quit doing that. If you do that one more time, so he said, here's what I want you to do: run around the gym, and I'm going to hit you with this wiffle ball bat in the ass. And every time you feel it, I want you to run a little bit faster. And he chased that retarded kid in circles around the gym until he dropped.
I would be a pro athlete if I had such a good gym teacher.
I really love the way that teacher operates, man.
It's called motivation.
That's what it is. These teachers are terrible. Kevin, you ever had a terrible principal that pushes you so hard you drop?
Nah, none of that, though, but I did have some security guards that fucked a bunch of kids, which was cool.
Oh, really?
Yeah. life.
Well, that's a
But
good
this is
job.
high school though, so these girls had breasts.
That's fantastic.
He seduced them.
Yeah. I was a smooth motherfucker, man. He would come into like the talent shows and he was singing. He had his like beautiful ass like R&B voice, and all the girls would just be like, "Oh shit, my titties is hard," and they would fuck him. Because that's what you do.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so the ladies were fucking these guys. These guys weren't stalking the ladies.
It
They were
wasn't like he
charming.
was just showing up and surprising them. Like they were into it.
Yeah, they were
that's
totally.
fantastic.
We had a couple teachers in my school that girls would just throw themselves at all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
I'm sure
Oh my God!
Always
yeah.
a coach.
Yeah. Kelly Hall, I think, banged out like three coaches. I don't know. I shouldn't.
Kelly
say her name.
Hall is a fucking hot girl name, man.
It
Yeah.
is. She was very beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Classically beautiful.
Yeah, sounds like, definitely. Yeah, Kelly Hall sounds like a thoroughbred white girl, man.
Yeah,
like the
right?
type you drop.
Oh, definitely.
Picturing an Izod sweater and Sebagos.
It's really beautiful. Yeah, we had Shane Totten. All the girls loved him because he played guitar during biology class, and then he got cancer.
Oh, fuck
so
that
how are
guy.
you now, Shane? He actually recovered, and he's married to a really attractive woman and lives in Florida. That's true. I got kicked out of class for laughing at his dumbass cancer song.
He made him cry. He made the teacher cry. The
He
teacher sang a
sucked.
song about
He
his
sings.
cancer. Heartfelt. And fucking big fat bit in the back of the class fucking made fun of him until he cried.
You know what? Fuck
'Cause
that
he's-
guy.
fuck
Fuck that
him.
guy. Bring in your cancer in my life, man.
I am morbidly obese. I live in Wisconsin. Nobody likes me. I have a disease that will never be cured. Fuck you, cancer. Where's the Ben Kissel chemo to not be Ben Kissel? Can I be you, Amber? I can't be. My life sucks.
That's fine though.
Yeah, absolutely. How are you? What are you doing back there? We got a guest in the round table. You breaking into the safe with us in here?
That's great. Yeah, I was talking about this earlier. Whenever something bad happens, you can always blame Ben, and people will believe you.
It's sad. I mean, that was the thing.
do it all the time.
6 out of 10 times I was in the principal's office, they were wrong, and I was like, I did not piss in the cake. You know, I love Mrs. Gillsdog. I would never do that. Home ec is the only class I get B's in. And it's like, come on, give me a break over here. But then the 4 out of 10, those were pretty big deals. I love that this kid just did exactly what every 17-year-old kid wants to do and behead their fucking terrible
live the
principal.
dream.
Yeah, how did he kill her?
It doesn't say, but Eddie, give me a physical description of this teacher.
Good Irish broad. She looks like she could be a little mean. She's red hair, skinny, big smile, lots of teeth.
Red hair, huh?
But no, she's not your type, Holden. She's too old.
She's
yeah.
got puffy bangs.
Yeah,
I don't like that.
Looking
I'm
at her made
sure.
me sad. 'Cause I don't want to fuck
Yeah.
her.
She's a Seventh-day Adventist. They're all. You know what Seventh-day Adventists are, right?
No.
They're like sort of like the Christian version of Jews. Like they don't eat pork, they don't eat meat. They think the world's 6,000 years old. I dated one once. She came up and I took her to the Natural History Museum, and she looked at all the big timeline going down, and she's like, "Nah, that's not true."
That's amazing.
It says it in the Bible. That's
Nice.
not right.
And so you brought her up from Tennessee?
to hang out. Yeah. I mean, not for permanent, but
No,
just
of course not.
fuck
Yeah,
and
yeah.
everything. But she was great. She was really great for a really hardcore Christian girl. She would do anything.
Oh, yeah. That's what they always do. My parents taught me that dinosaur bones were tricks of the devil.
Really?
Yeah.
Well,
These
that's
are tricks
true.
of the devil.
Yeah, my parents, 6,000-year-old Earth. That's what my parents thought too.
Really?
Yeah, really, really nutty stuff.
That's insane.
I mean, they don't believe in science, which made science very, very frustrating for me when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Because I always gave the wrong answer, and then everyone would laugh at me. And apparently, God does not make the sun, and I didn't know that. Science makes the sun, and then people would be like, "You're an idiot."
I was scared to death of dinosaurs until I was like 8 years old.
Yeah.
It was just like, I'm like, they're going to come back and we
Dude,
don't have a chance.
I'm still
It
still
still
freaked
freaks me
out.
out.
Yeah, about the deep sea creatures, man, like prehistoric beasts
Yeah,
and
man.
Cthulhu,
Down there, man.
I've been
Yeah.
obsessed with
Totally. Big down
Cthulhu
there.
lately.
There's one that's the size of 3 school buses.
The
An
bloop.
alligator.
The bloop.
Fuck that, man.
No,
Every
not the
time
blue. No, she's talking about the big ass alligator.
Whoa, where's this
video?
alligator?
Is there video?
No, it was just prehistoric animal.
Oh, yeah.
But every time you go in a lake, right, aren't you kind of a little scared?
Yes.
I get very
I
scared.
get scared in swimming pools.
Yeah.
Like maybe it'll just get in there somehow.
I think that a turd's got my ankle. A big poo-poo's got my ankle.
Exactly. It's always my poopy.
I used to have a big lake out at a house, and I'd go swimming, and you'd see like water moccasins pop up.
Yeah.
And like
Yeah.
snapping turtles pop up.
Oh,
like,
snapping turtles were terrifying.
They'll fucking
Yeah.
take your finger off, man. They're no joke.
Oh, they were awful. I hate snapping turtles,
Yeah,
and I
man.
hate those crayfish.
Hey,
too.
nature.
Yeah.
Just all of it.
Yeah, we used to use snapping turtles as target practice. We
Yeah,
had
man.
this one pond where there was a bunch of snapping turtles, and they pop their head up every once in a while, and whenever they pop their head up, just boom.
That's when you take the opportunity to shoot them.
Yeah,
Good.
Get out of it.
Marcus.
Yeah, it's like a
Disgusting person.
I know. Every time we talk about animals, we just have a different relationship with them than you do.
well, no,
I'm terrified of them. I am their victim. You're like, oh yeah, we use them for target practice.
Yeah, animals are for killing. You're supposed to kill them. That's what they do. They die.
if you'll
Do you eat
notice,
them? No, they just die.
if you'll notice, all of the animals that I kill, all amphibians.
Yes, amphibians.
We know you hate
Yeah.
amphibians.
Turtle's a reptile.
A turtle is a reptile. Amphibians and reptiles.
Hey, all right. There was a man on the subway with.
Yeah, we killed some birds and some fish too. I'll throw
Yeah.
that in on mine. Yeah,
Really?
birds and fish. Yeah.
Birds like with a BB gun?
No, you take them out of the water and just like beat them against a rock. Or something.
Like a beautiful goose?
That's so much
How do you
worse.
possibly judge this dude? You gonna beat
I don't
birds
judge
against
him.
a rock?
Yeah, Eddie
Not
is the
bird.
only
I never
person
break a
that...
bird against a rock, just a fish.
Does it fit like a
Okay,
Like a
that's
brim, you know, like a
Gollum does?
like
Lord of the
a
Rings?
yeah,
I think that's common, though.
But
It's a
then you cut it
Floridian
up
thing.
and use it for bait.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought you were just doing it just to say fuck that fish.
I mean, that happened once or twice.
But if you put us all in a lineup and said, which one of these guys killed a fish with a rock? You.
I'd probably get blamed for it, though. It would be terrible. I'd be doing the time. It ain't right.
It ain't right.
Yeah, I hate those crawfish. And every
it.
time you try to get out of a river or a lake, they're just on the edge of the rock bed, and that's where
Right
they
there.
bite you.
Which
And it's
ones? The-
crawfish,
crawfish.
or turtles.
Snapping-
Oh, they're terrible
snapping
creatures
turtles
from
are
hell.
mean. One time, some birds came in, some ducks, and they ripped off all their legs. And they were
Really?
just paddling around on veins until they all died a horrible death. I saw a snapping turtle rip a leg off a duck one time, and I just started crying.
That's so funny. Kids were tearing crawdads' claws off, and I started crying. Just like that's what bullies would do, and throw them back into the lake. Oh my goodness, it's a brutal sport, that wildlife.
What they used to tell us about snapping turtles, how they get us to stay away from them, is that they said if a snapping turtle bit you, he wouldn't let go until thunder came
lightning
about.
strikes.
Yeah, until lightning strikes, and they heard
It don't
thunder.
rain in Texas.
Yeah, it's a dumb thing.
I've had this snapping turtle on me now for damn near 30 years. Still waiting for that rainstorm. Have you thought about just going up north for a second?
Or just cutting its head off, either one.
Oh,
And
yeah,
when it
have
rains,
Marcus.
you kind of missed your turtle.
I don't got nobody to share the rain with.
I once caught a snapping turtle and tried to feed it a diet of cheese.
What?
Whenever I was a kid,
That's very nice.
I don't know.
I wish I was reincarnated as a snapping turtle and you found me.
Yeah,
And you just fed me
it
cheese.
died.
Oh, yeah?
They don't
Real
like
quick.
cheese, huh?
Yeah, real fast.
Well, I guess cheese isn't living in water. Like cows don't live underwater.
No, turtles can't live on cheese.
No, I think that's a parable, isn't it? Turtles can't live on cheese alone.
I think that's the title of Marx's autobiography.
Turtles can't live on cheese alone. By newsman Marcus Parks.
It's a daily
Chapter
calendar if
one.
I ever heard one.
That is beautiful. That will change lives. That'll be the new Eat, Pray, Love of 2025. Turtles can't live on cheese alone. I love that. That's great. What was the poo-poo like out of that turtle?
The poo-poo?
Yeah.
I don't think.
It
Well,
didn't
was
poo-poo,
it
right?
was
Bound
cheese.
up.
It's a lot of constipation, just all bound up inside there.
Been eating a lot of cheese lately.
Did the turtle survive? Like, how long did you have it?
Yeah, like 2-3 days. Yeah, it didn't last. It didn't last long,
No,
especially whenever you keep it out of water. Yeah, I kept it in a
yeah.
box.
I love that the one time you tried to take care of an animal, you still killed it.
Sad. I had a rabbit named Rusty, and I didn't realize that the cold of Wisconsin makes a rabbit freeze to death when it's left outside.
Absolutely.
Oh, it was amazing. I hadn't fed it in a couple of months, and I went out there and to find it, and it was just frozen, like very sad. You know, like his paws were on the gate, being like, "I hope I can get out of here before I die." You know, and And then, of course, it didn't. And so I took it out and I put it in a warm bath and I just started crying over Rusty. Oh, Rusty, Rusty. Oh, come back. But meanwhile, I just took terrible care of this stupid rabbit.
Oh, man.
Then I buried it.
Yeah, and you could have been a serial killer, man.
Yeah, well, I know. He tried to take care of it, you know.
Buried it in the snow, the frozen ground?
It took me a long time to break
pretty
that
good of
ground.
you, yeah.
I mean, it went about a foot down. I didn't give it the
Well, that's all
6-foot
it
burial
deserves.
ground.
Yeah.
You really froze a rabbit to death?
I mean, it's just outside in Wisconsin winters. Yeah,
I would have
man.
thought you would have petted it to death.
All right, well, Pat Dixon, everybody. You can see him perform right now. No, the Lenny jokes never get old. And everybody loves rabbits. And so what's wrong? Everybody loves to make a girl feel happy and pet them and give
so
massages.
scary to me right now. Man.
Oh, man. I always wanted to get it one of those tortoises. I lived for like 120 years.
Oh, yeah.
But I want to buy it when I'm 60 and just like put it in my will that it has to stay in my family and just
That would be
torture my family
so
with
funny.
it for the rest
That's
of
all
its
my
life.
will's going to be is weird long-term family torture plans. It's going to be like you upkeep of a house out in fucking some crazy desert and like shit like that. They have to just go once a month. They have to do something shitty, you
When
know?
I die, I'm going to live through this turtle. And you best take care of me after I'm gone.
You don't feed the turtle cheese. You're not feeding me cheese.
If
And I
it
love cheese.
If it dies, you never loved me. How do you feel about that?
Look at its eyes. Kiss the turtle now. Now you kiss the turtle.
Oh, and
I
God-
would love to have a turtle, man.
God forbid if they ever let me be a ghost. Man, I'm going to fucking just be a pain in the ass.
Oh,
Yeah.
my God.
God, you'd be the
Oh, I
worst
left my
ghost.
keys by my bed. Where are they now? And they're like up their butt or something.
I don't know why Jeremy loses his keys up his butt all the time. Must be a haunting.
Did you say if they let you be a ghost? Like
Wait,
if you
when
have
you
to
die.
apply or something?
Yeah. There's a whole
that how
other
it
class
goes?
system when you die.
Yeah, there's all the paperwork and everything. Yeah, the spirit realm. I've got a bizarre religion that I don't tell anyone about.
Most ghosts, I feel like, are rich for some reason. I just feel like only rich people become ghosts. Poor people just die.
I mean, that's the thing. We would be amazingly wealthy ghosts because the currency is scarce, and we would petrify a lot of people.
Yeah.
If Monsters Inc. has taught us nothing.
It has.
Kind of fun. It hasn't? Monsters Inc.?
Nothing.
Not teach me anything.
Monsters Inc.?
I learned no lessons from that movie.
What are you talking about? You got to get the scares to make the money to make the kids like grow up to be normal adults. No?
Apparently,
Christ,
you
man.
related to Monsters Inc. in a way that none of us can understand.
John Goodman was a voice? John Goodman's amazing? You didn't like
John
Monsters
Goodman
Inc.?
was in the fucking movie. What does that?
Eddie, did you see Monsters Inc.?
I liked the movie.
It's a fun movie. You didn't cry at the end of the movie? The doors. They have to get through the doors.
I mean, we all don't relate to monsters as much as you.
I know. I never saw the movie. Did the kids die?
No, I will say this though. They should make an animated version of Monsters Inc. sometime. They got to make it animated because it was like so good, like in the real life. You know. Either way, well, a lot of life lessons. Rewatch it, everybody. Rewatch Monsters Inc. You'll love it. I mean, you will. You'll love it. You'll cry. And you'll get scared too. I mean, it's fun. Yeah. What was that, Pat?
I just think Monsters Inc. is probably a trick of the devil, right?
Yeah.
Yes, a trick of the devil.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing. If you die, you can be a monster. You can be a ghost. You can be a demon.
I want a goblin.
I think you can be
Sure,
a
yeah, why
goblin.
not?
Yeah.
What is a goblin like? He lives in the trees.
I'll cover goblins later.
Yeah, we're covering goblins. It's a good ghost-themed show.
Well, we'll get to the ghost later.
What we got to do is do it now.
No.
What do you know about goblins?
Goblins, man, they hang out in the fire and shit. Throw it at people, you know?
Fire people?
Yeah, man.
They hang out with ghosts, I'd assume.
Yeah.
How many goblins live in Haiti?
Haiti is all goblins.
They're all registered goblins.
Republican, Democrat, Independent, Goblin. I'm voting Bachman.
And this is, by the way, the time when the room gets so fucking hot, I get completely delirious. I'm sweating bullets.
I know, man. So what's going to happen with this 17-year-old kid who killed his principal? What did he have any quotes or anything like that?
No, the only quotes were from other teachers, things like this. A church spokesman said, "You don't expect these kinds of things to happen, especially in a Christian school." And this thing
That's
happened.
exactly where they happen.
It just happened.
Totally.
But, like, this kid made it 3 days into the school year before he killed his principal.
3 days? That's it?
3 days.
Needed authority.
Well, yeah.
Immediately. It usually wears on you for a second first.
She must have been a fucking bitch.
That's the thing.
And dude, it just takes so long to fucking hack a full head off, man. That's hard work.
Well, no one's saying that actually happened.
Yeah,
we just kind of
I'm
made that up.
Yeah, I'm not
This is
really.
what we
I'm not
wanted
really
to.
sure.
I imagine she was bludgeoned with a bust of Benjamin Franklin or something.
That would be great. Just kill her with chalk somehow.
yeah, chalk in her eyes.
I wanted to kill my principal so much. How
would you kill your principal, Ben?
Oh, good God, he was a woman, number one. Which the sweet irony is my mother did not think should lead. But it was really Vice Principal Clark that I hated the most because he dealt with me the most. But no, she was a terrible, terrible woman. I would probably do exactly what Marcus does with toads. I would just shove her vagina full of firecrackers, light them all up, and just, probably not even just go somewhere else and just have her dead.
I've got some more details on this. He stabbed her to death.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and this church school tuition $10,000 a year.
Whoa!
Wow. For $10,000 a year, you should be allowed to kill the principal. What are these parents paying for?
$10,000 a year?
To learn not truth stuff.
I went to private school, man. I think that was about. It was stupid expensive. I never knew the amount.
Shit.
My brother and I went from 5th grade to senior year. My brother went through, I think, high school.
Yeah, I went to Catholic school. It was very expensive.
That doesn't surprise you about this guy, does it?
No.
No, I know. I'm talking about 10,000
look at him, and his name's Holden. You know what I mean?
I played lacrosse. Mommy let me. I loved mommy.
I've seen Holden's Neighborhood. It was granted, it was like 4 a.m, and I was fucking delirious. But man,
Our trip to moving to New York.
Yeah, man. But his place is like all of Charlotte looked like shit, and then I got into Holden's Neighborhood, and it was gorgeous.
Really?
Gorgeous, yeah.
Oh, that's not even the nicest. The neighborhoods in there are retarded in Charlotte, man. They're fancy as shit. Big houses, fucking huge titties.
So you basically have done the reverse of rags to riches.
Exactly. I decided to completely. I so completely was on the path to be a lawyer or something nice.
When were you on that path?
Fucking back in middle school, dude. And then I broke away. And then I discovered Tony Hawk Pro Skater and weed at the same time.
And that was it.
That was it.
That's
A match made in heaven. Fucking love
If
that
I ever
game.
have a kid, man, I'm just moving to the ghetto. I don't care how rich I am. I'm not raising my child in
Beat
a
'em.
rich suburb.
Yeah.
No, don't beat him. I can't beat him. Everyone else is going to be beating him. I'm going to hug him and I'm going to love him. And that's where they're going to look to me for advice. And
Will you? Do you think you'll breastfeed?
I mean, I will. Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah, I mean, no milk is going to come out, but I'm going to love it. It's really more feeding my soul. Time to feed daddy. And then, of course, I'll
Fucking love my mom, man.
Fuck.
Marcus, there's
more news stories yet.
Let's just Holden just really he's got his
You just
big old
anytime he starts
thunder dick.
talking about mommy, it's time to move
Kissing
on.
her and things.
People have been commenting on this, by the way,
you,
Holden.
mommy.
I've gotten more than one comment recently about your love for your mother, and they're like,
What
"Is
did
it
they
real?"
say?
And
They
I'm
say,
like, "Yeah,
I love
man."
that he loves his mother.
They're like, "It's so great that he loves his mother. He is normal." But then you take that and you just like switch it right over.
Thank you, listeners.
Just reverse that, right? Everything Holden says about his mother is totally normal and perfect and natural.
Well,
And then, yeah.
I'll tell you what, Ben, I give you the mommy award.
Thank you,
That's the
Holden.
best award you can win.
Oh my God! Wow.
I want to sleep on your stomach tonight.
I'm coming, actually. Wow, that was great. Thank you. I actually just came in my pants. Perfect.
News.
Oh, Marcus Parks. Welcome to the Roundtable of Gentlemen. We're going to do some editing. Marcus Parks with the news.
An elderly Ohio woman apparently tripped and toppled headfirst into her recycling bin where she suffocated.
Oh no.
I mean, maybe she was just being super green and she was just like, I'm 61 years old.
62.
62. Better jump in myself.
Was it plastic or paper?
Plastic.
Because anything like her skin, it's paper.
Sheila DeCoster, 62, was discovered by her husband in the 65-gallon bin. Quote, I shook her leg and called her name, and I knew she was gone.
I feel like that's the same thing he did to get married to her, like in the 40s. You shake her leg and call her name. Now you're married.
I just can't believe she fell in that. She must have been so tiny.
She was wearing pajamas and her slippers were still standing on a porch next to the bin. She had some bruises, like a quote from the corner. She had some bruises like she was trying to get out, like she was trying to rock and tip it.
I don't understand. So this is a 65-gallon bin?
Yeah.
That's it? That's not that big.
Yeah, it's like this big, about 4 feet, 5 feet tall.
How did she drown in there?
She didn't drown. She was situated in such a way that it prevented her lungs from filling with air.
It's like when a shark stops swimming.
It's called positional asphyxia. It's exactly like when a shark stops
It's
swimming.
true. If they stop swimming, they can't breathe.
Yeah.
So think about that. If you want to kill a shark, stop it.
Yeah.
Stop it from moving.
Or an old lady.
Tie a rope around it.
Yeah, it's totally.
Of course.
It's super easy.
Simple, yeah. So easy.
Or you can leave it outside in the winter. Either way.
Either way, it depends.
See, this is one of those stories where whenever, like, me and Ben always go over the news stories before the show, and whenever I read it, I started giggling, and whenever I read it to Ben, he started giggling, and then we read it to you guys, and everyone's like, oh.
I giggled.
No, it's funny. I mean,
It's fun.
I think the visual of the woman struggling with her little feet kicking is really humorous, and
That's pretty funny.
I don't know why. It's just drop things into the recycling bin. I mean,
I just don't understand how it happened.
Yeah,
I understand how you can't get out. If you
Someone must have tossed her in there. Someone must have grabbed her by the ankles and threw her in there.
It's probably the same person weird that they went up to her and just shook her leg.
Yeah, her
Did he
husband
pull
just
her
like,
out?
huh?
Huh?
Yeah,
Well,
you would think you would immediately
he
pull her
fucking
out.
did this.
He's a very eco-friendly killer.
He definitely did it.
I guess so. He's
What, he's just shaking her leg? She's driving him crazy? They should be looking into this guy.
Yeah.
I mean, why, though? I think they were a loving couple, and at 61, you don't kill your wife at 61. You only got 10, 13, 15 more years
Yeah, I mean,
left.
plus that
You
shit
say
he
that
said
now.
was like mad poetic, man.
Yeah.
That was some real shit.
I shook her leg and called her name, and I knew she was gone.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Proof that recycling is bad.
I mean, that's what it's all about.
I'm glad recycling finally killed somebody, man. That's great.
That's absolutely. For all the fines I've got for not doing it, fuck them.
Oh, man. I used to put a recycling bin on top of my dog, and my dog was just small enough to fit into the recycling bin. And he would just like run around, and it looked like just big moving recycling bin.
I loved it.
Hilarious.
In 6th grade, my friend Jared and I remember that growing up. I don't know if you guys had just those big, like they were like gray bins. That was the recycling thing. Big.
I remember those, yes.
And I would throw Jared in. We would roll him down the hallway. People would get very, very upset, and it was just fantastic fun. He would get all dizzy, and then we would go to the principal's office, and then I would kill my principal and shove her in a fucking
Well, you
bucket.
did that at school. You put somebody in a can and rolled him down the
Yeah,
hallway.
Jared. He was so small. He was like that. We smoked weed with the 15-year-old this week. He's about the size of the 15-year-old we smoked weed with.
Oh, yeah, real tiny.
That was amazing. What a mature young gentleman.
Oh, what a good little...
Rolling the joints all night.
I was
Well,
trying
you
to
guys
get him
just
on the
putting all
podcast.
this out in public, huh?
I'm not saying that. I didn't participate in this, man.
I was
sitting there
not
judging.
participating in the fun things.
I was judging, man. That was what I was doing.
No, he was a mature. When if everyone talks about the next generation being stupid, I'll say no. I know one 15-year-old kid who rolls some amazing joints.
Where did you meet a 15-year-old kid? Would you pick him up on the side of the road?
Yeah, Eddie just was friends with him. Apparently, like Eddie found him on Craigslist or something like that.
A friend of ours from college was visiting in town, and she had her cousin with him. And it's this little stoner Puerto Rican kid. He's from Puerto Rico too. He was visiting. It was great. He had a blast.
That's the thing. Puerto Rican kids are better than American kids. They know the way of the streets.
We were talking about how, all right, so if like a 30-year-old dude fucked a 15-year-old girl, we'd be like, oh, that's disgusting. You're a piece of shit. You go to jail. But if he fucked a 30-year-old woman, we'd all high-five him and like tell him,
Yeah.
great job. We're all proud of you. Like,
Yeah.
why is that a thing? I don't understand.
But if he would have fucked a 30-year-old dude, that would have been disgusting.
Well, yeah. Then put him in prison.
Well, the reason why is because it's much harder for a 15-year-old dude to fuck a 30-year-old woman.
yeah, that's probably
Yeah,
what it is.
yeah, it's pretty
That's a
easy
good
for
point.
a 30-year-old dude to get a 15-year-old girl in bed. Pat, what do you
Well,
think?
it just doesn't contribute to teen pregnancy either. You know what I mean? I think that's a big part of it.
That's what it's all about.
How young have you gone before?
What?
What's the youngest you?
I mean, when I was 17, I had sex with a 15-year-old. That was about
That's
as,
it?
You got to have sex with her.
Yeah,
That's
that's
fun.
about as best I've done. I would love a young chick.
Was it her virginity?
Whoa.
Whoa.
At least 18. I'd stay within the rules.
Well, no. If it wasn't the law, what would be the lowest you would go and still feel comfortable that you're
Ooh, I always
they're,
love this
they're
conversation.
willing, you're willing,
13?
everything. No law. How low could you go and still think it's hot?
It depends on the chick, you know?
I'm saying 11.
No, 13.
13,
I'm not Jerry Lee
thing.
Lewis.
I'll go with 16.
16, little young.
I mean, it depends, man, because some of those like Puerto Rican girls are like fully formed at like 8.
Yeah.
So it's like, that's tough.
Yeah.
It's sometimes this one girl lives next door to me. I'm like, God damn. And I just try not to look. I just go inside my house, and just everybody comes over there and thinks it's a girl's like 21. But I know the girl, like, she can't drive. I know she's got to be like probably 15. And I'm just like, geez, get the fuck away from me.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah,
I see those in our neighborhood all the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I could never date anybody under like 22 because I just need them so fat, and they can never be fat enough until
that's
like
not
they're
true.
20.
You can find a good fat
Have
young
you
girl.
seen
not
young
really.
generation of kids? They're all fat.
Yeah, but they're like different fat.
Like a
They're
weird
not confident
fat. Yeah,
fat.
they haven't really kind of lived into it.
It's that new fat, you know?
Yeah, it's like that new fat that half of them are going to lose because they're sellouts, and then the other half are going to like grow into it and become mean and like really the fat that I like.
It's the mean fat chick.
I mean, now
Strict.
you're a lady, so what was you? I mean, when do girls start getting hit on? Probably like around as soon as the breasts and the buttocks come in and the old grassy there.
Well, I had pretty the old grass on the green play on it.
Yeah, whatever
Grass on the
that
field.
gross quote was. Yeah,
I was never hit on, really, because
you were never hit on.
when I was a kid, when I was younger.
No,
I
but
would
like when
say-
you were a woman, like after like 12 years old and on, I would assume you start getting hit on, right?
I would say I probably got hit on maybe 3-4 years ago.
For the first time.
For the first, like,
How old are you?
I'm like 28.
That's not true.
That's not true at all.
No, I'm serious, man. I
Did
just
you
didn't-
lose like 200 pounds or something?
No, I was
Did you
just,
used to be really attractive? It was fun. I mean, I just thought about it. God. Another time.
you just grow up in like strict church places, and maybe hit on by
That's
like
what happens.
60-year-old men coming up and being real weird. But like I don't know, as a kid, I wasn't really hit on.
I always feel like women just immediately get it really awkward.
Yeah, just as soon as possible. Lord knows I hit on all of them.
Well, especially in Louisiana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I go back and it's like, I mean, I'm gonna
Bonanza?
get raped in any minute, you know.
Yeah.
Watch out for my delicate female self. I can't. I must be escorted everywhere.
Do the alligators hit on the ladies in Louisiana?
Oh yeah, snugs right up to you.
Sounds of a school bus. You gotta kill an alligator. Yeah, stop it. Stop the alligator and kill it. Are they investigating this dude for killing his wife?
No.
an
Actually,
accident.
everyone's very sad about it. Eddie, give me a description of this woman.
She looks like Roy Orbison.
Oh, I love Roy.
And she's wearing a denim Dale Earnhardt t-shirt. Shirt.
God needed another driver.
It's a
Something.
denim button-up shirt. It says GM Goodwrench on one side, and on the other side it says Dale Earnhardt has a big number 3.
God needed another fan of a driver.
I always thought it'd be a good idea to have an urn off of Dale Earnhardt. Just put a number 3 on it and just call it Dale Earnhardt.
I love it. I like it. It's punny. It's hip. It's now. It's like, it'll make you, every time you look at your grandfather's ashes, you're going to laugh. Yeah. That's kind of good. That's what
The
I'll
best
put you
joke
in
I
there.
ever heard about that was right after he died. There was this comic, and he comes on stage, and he's like, "So, how many of you guys are NASCAR fans?" A bunch of people clap, and he's like, "Yeah, well, who's your favorite driver now?"
That's good.
I love it.
Damn.
It was very sad that Earnhardt died, though. But then again, he was a multimillionaire. He's got a son.
Yeah.
He's fine.
He's fine.
He procreated.
I used to move to a couple towns where people were really into NASCAR racing.
They love
and
it.
North Carolina, man. They all
North
loved
Carolina. I lived in North Carolina. I also got lice in North Carolina. That
Oh,
shit
yeah?
was real nasty.
How'd you get lice? What'd you do?
Just hanging out with some chick in the trailer park and like meeting her weird mom and
Did you? I've never been. I have literally never gone into a trailer park before. Have you been to one?
You never been to the trailer park?
Man,
No, I'm sorry that my friends aren't terrible people.
All right,
awesome,
no judgments here, okay?
Well, that's
parks
true.
are
That's our
good
entire
times.
Yeah,
audience.
trailer parks are fine.
It's a good
Where
time.
did you skip school?
I just skip school, man. I would just go do anything and just walk around, usually alone.
Ben's bed was a pile of skulls, man. A different world.
I just did shit on my own. Never really trailer parks. I just started drinking on my own. I was like my own was my own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. First time I got drunk was alone. That was really scary.
Super fun, right?
Super fun. Well, I called up this guy. Well, maybe I did get hit on earlier because I called up this guy and I
I'm
was like,
sure you did.
I'm really drunk. And he's like, what are you wearing? And he was trying to like have phone sex with me. And I was like, I don't know what to do. So I was like,
The first time I
raped
ever
over the phone.
Lice.
Lice. First time I ever got drunk, 18 shots of tequila. Swear to God, I was 12 years old with my brother Chris. I called up my friend Pete, who's now that evangelical Christian. He chipped his tooth on the toilet. I found him the next morning. We had to go to school on the toilet, but passed out next to the porcelain. It was amazing. And I called up this guy named Ricky Berta, and I said, "Oh, Ricky, you don't like me. You don't like me." And I just cried.
First time I got drunk, I drank a quarter bottle of Jack Daniels and saw a UFO. It was fucking awesome.
Nice.
Also 12.
Yeah! We had different experiences.
Drank a bunch of Ice House, man, and
Ice House was
vodka.
tough.
Yeah.
So bad.
Fuck out some Ice House.
It was so
I
bad.
couldn't
Why was
get
that
it
the
down.
first beer? It was so terrible.
It was the first beer because it was marketed to kids. And Mad Dog.
Yeah.
Mad
Mad
Dog.
It was literally
Yeah.
marketed to kids, and the
No, not Mad Dog. Red Dog.
Red Dog. Yeah.
They had those real fun bottle caps.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
They were the
Batman
first one to do
eating out.
that.
And Mickey's. Do you remember Mickey's?
Oh yeah, Mickey's was great with the bee on it.
Yeah, man.
Love that little bee.
Yeah.
Love that little bee.
And
Very
they would have
entertaining.
the fun quotes on the inside.
It was great. You learned some shit while you're drinking.
What did you start drinking on?
Man, I didn't drink anything until I was like 19, and it was like I didn't even get really drunk for like probably a couple years, man. I was just chilling.
Stable childhood, huh?
Man, I didn't do nothing.
You didn't need it, man. You're pretty cool. I imagine you're a pretty cool kid.
Yeah.
Nah, I was just fucking. Everyone was like, "Oh, Kevin got hose." I have no hose. I was just sitting
No.
there sad.
No?
But Kevin went to an art school. You were very talented. You had things to occupy your mind. I had nothing.
Yeah.
My parents got HBO. I was watching Real Sex, and that's when I decided I need to start drinking.
Real sex is just gross.
It's
They're all
amazing.
middle-aged.
Pony play, horse play.
Yeah.
It's super funny stuff. Although you can't jack off to it because 20 minutes into the thing, they cut to the interviews, and those are disgusting. And then there's just so much like weird men.
Yeah, I know. I thought I was gonna get to beat off to that. I was like home alone one night, and at home, and had to access to the cable.
And the
it was
whole thing
just-
is like parents' orgies. It's
Yeah,
like what
it's
your
like
parents
old
do when they
people.
go away. It's like
it's like what they're
gross.
doing while they're not in the house while you're trying to masturbate.
It was like
Right.
a dick
All the-
slapping competition.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that was actually pretty exciting, though. I can't believe Tommy Thub Popper really he won it.
Puppetry of the penis. That was on Real Sex.
Oh, yeah.
They showed
I
that.
saw that.
The auditions. That was kind of hilarious.
See
Yeah,
that
it was
part.
the auditions for it. It was so funny. They had to like do the elephant and shit. Like it was like
jeez.
so weird.
I love the puppetry of the penis.
Yeah, yeah.
It's really the only thing I can do with my penis is make it look like a bald monk. You know, it just kind of points out there, and it has nothing to say.
It's always praying.
Yeah, it's humble.
Yeah. Have y'all ever done the girl tuck where you tuck your penis behind you and pretend like what it's like?
Totally.
all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Totally. No, it's so much fun.
Football locker rooms.
Oh, yeah.
During the shower time, public shower time, every guy was giving themselves that little pussy.
Yeah.
Steve was jacking off. Anyway,
You ever,
Who's Steve? What?
he was the quarterback.
you ever put your thumb in your mouth and blow real hard and hope a dick comes out?
Yeah.
I do that every morning. It just hasn't been working out for me. I don't know what to do about it. What's going on, Marcus?
Well, the woman, the woman who
I like
had
this
the her face ripped off by a fucking chimpanzee.
In her hands, and her feet, and her
I saw
eyes.
that Oprah interview, man.
Yeah.
Kill yourself. Kill
Kill
yourself.
yourself. End yourself.
Listen to Ozzy Osbourne. Get the gun. Get the gun. Shoot, 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 shoot.
Okay. She's got a new face.
She does.
It is not a new face, though.
She's got a new face. It's not that bad.
It
Usually,
is
face.
hideous.
I mean, it's hideous, but usually these face transplant people are really, really disgusting.
Honestly, I have seen uglier women.
No,
Damn,
maybe
I
if
can't
Eddie
see
shuts his eyes and sews them shut because they don't have her eyes open.
Wait,
She's
she
a
doesn't
fucking
have eyes.
monster.
She doesn't have eyes.
Yeah, she doesn't have eyes.
She is
I mean,
so
that's-
much better than she was.
Oh,
man.
yeah.
Okay, first she does look
She
like
could go out in public now.
she looks like a Mormon wife number 8. She's a hideous monster.
Yeah.
She wasn't that bad looking beforehand.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, before the
No, before that monkey ripped her lips off.
God, I just love
The monkey just chose the funniest things to eat on her: the feet, the arms, the hands.
It's a defense thing. They eats her hands so you can't attack it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it immediately goes and tries to like bite off your hands and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Rise of the
Chips are-
Planet of the Apes is real. It's amazing.
What I always love in update stories like this. I like whenever they whenever they recap what happened in the original story in one sentence. In 2009, Nash, 57, was helping a friend's pet chimp, Travis, inside when the 200-pound animal ripped off her nose, lips, eyelids, and hands before being shot and killed by police. That's one of my favorite sentences that I've ever
It's a
read.
fun sentence. I mean,
It's
it
a
really.
great sentence.
I didn't realize just the eyelids, so the eyeballs were just fucking exposed.
dang.
Yeah, I have balls just like.
Yeah.
Like, you know, whenever, like, if your eyeball ever gets popped out and it's still connected to the vein, like, it's like one eyeball is looking this way, and if it's dangling, the other eyeball is looking straight down.
It can see straight
It can
down.
still see. If it's still connected to the optic nerve, then it's still like the eyeball still works.
You out, man?
I mean, it would be amazing if you were a spy. You know, it would be good to look over that corner.
Eyeball around a corner.
Yeah, exactly.
Was she married? Like I don't remember.
No, she was just.
She's married. Her
Was she
husband
married?
took the bandages off her face.
Oh, he's got to divorce her or drown her in some sort of copy.
Because I guess he like truthfully answered the question, "Would you ever fuck a bitch with no face?" And he's done it. He's done that
I mean, it's like till death do you part. It's like sure, but you know, you didn't mention anything about a monkey ripping her face off. Like I'm gonna have to null and void.
I mean, she still has no hands, too. That's the thing.
still
You
not
can't get hand transplants.
And you can't get a blowjob from that thing.
That's, you know what? You just-
There's no sexual.
You gave me my vows, man.
You
I
put it
will
in a
even
tushy.
love you if a fucking monkey rips your fucking face off.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gotta hang in there.
Yeah, you'd be a real asshole if you didn't. If that happened, just
What do you mean? I would not have one inkling of anger towards that fella if he just broke up with her right now.
Just turn gay. That could work.
I don't know.
Just start fucking dudes,
Holden.
and then they won't question. They'll be
But
like,
would you rather fuck dudes than like fuck the chimp face one?
I would rather fuck a dude with a face than a woman
I would
with no
just
face.
take care of her and get whores. That's the noble thing to do.
Take care of her and get whores.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, lie to her. I don't think that monkey ripped her pussy off. You know, she's still
that is-
all right.
Yeah, but it's
I'll tell you what, if those cops didn't get there, that was next.
all of a sudden she's just screaming in an orgasm on the ground. Don't shoot it! Don't shoot it yet!
in 2009, Chippers the monkey ripped a woman's pussy off.
She loved it.
The name was the chimpanzee's name was Travis.
Yeah. Travis was in a couple
Chippers
movies,
was the
too.
monkey with the horn for a dick that I
Yeah,
had.
that was
in my-
Chippers was from earlier.
Amber, if you could get finger banged by one animal, what's it going to be? A
We gotta
monkey?
pick something with fingers.
A tortoise?
Tortoises don't have fingers; they got claws.
A snapping tortoise?
They got claws.
A horse.
A horse. Whatever one you want.
You
I
ever
would
get
say
hooved?
hooved.
Yeah,
Like
would you rather?
stomps on me. I'd probably say a monkey.
Yeah,
They
makes
got
more
them
sense.
little
What kind of
fingers.
monkey?
Human-like.
Maybe like a silverback gorilla.
That's not a monkey. That's a gorilla.
That's a big monkey.
That's a gorilla.
That's they failed.
It's okay. You're talking. There's gorillas, there's chimpanzees, and there's monkeys.
Yeah,
you
know.
got to choose a monkey.
Yeah, don't be
Yeah.
racist.
Yeah, that's like a 500-pound monkey, you know, that you got finger banged.
That's not a
wanna
monkey.
It's not a monkey, man.
Eddie, it's not a monkey. It's a fucking gorilla. They're different.
Yeah.
It's like if you said like a human was a monkey. Human's not a monkey. It's fucking Homo sapien.
Man, imagine if gorillas and like polar bears mated. What would happen after that? Like a polar bear gorilla?
Oh, that would be great.
Oh my god! If I ever get
Call it a
super rich,
Kissel.
I'm gonna make that shit happen.
I don't know if it's possible.
I'm gonna name it Eddie.
Oh yeah!
Oh, that's nice.
And then let it finger bang Amber, right?
Nice. You're
think
on
we're-
Dr. Moreau's island where you just make weird animals to finger bang people.
Oh god!
So your infinite husband is Dr. Moreau, and he just gets all these weird animals.
Can't believe they made a porno out of this movie, of all the movies. To make a porno out of. This is so many to do.
Just picturing Amber walking through the forest with a banana in her pussy. Oh, hello. Who wants to get the banana out of it?
talk.
Somebody make it.
So what? Yeah, what would the Island of Dr. Moreau porn parody be called?
Island of Dr. Pornrow. Hello, how are you? Island of Dr. Sucking fucking my asshole.
You'll get it in 15.
Dr. Moreau.
Island of.
Dr. Moreau's fuck island.
Yeah.
Hey, there we go.
Okay,
Dr.
yeah.
Moreau's-
Dr. Moreau's.
The island of Dr. Moreau.
We're all gonna
that's
wake
good.
up tonight with the perfect one in our head.
It's gonna be sad.
Now is not the time.
The Island of Dr. McCock.
Well, speaking of waking
Fun.
up terrified in the middle of the night, we got a segment from Holden McNeely.
All right. Today's segment, if you were a fish, what would you do?
Ooh, that's kind of fun. I'd suck my own
You
dick.
were killing it on the segments, man.
These segments are always so good. Holden is the
What
best.
happens when you do it for over a year?
If you were a fish, what would you do?
I'd be in the flakes in a big way, man.
Hell yeah.
No. Today's segment's about hauntings, personal haunting experiences, especially after Amber told me you were in a bordello, an old abandoned bordello.
Yeah, in a brothel in Louisiana. They
Working there for 20 years.
they kicked out the whores and they put down carpet, and I just lived there by myself for a summer.
Really?
I mean, I didn't fuck anybody. It was just like an apartment that was a brothel, and it had like the long hallway with the small rooms off on the sides.
And weird shit happened?
And yeah, weird shit. Like one time because I always leave a light on just because it's kind of creepy and I work late. And I came home and all the lights were out and I heard this noise from the kitchen. It sounded like somebody was robbing me. I don't know why. I went up there and the light wouldn't turn on, and it was the fan. The noise was the fan on the stove, which never been able to turn on before since. Drawers would always move open and shut. Doors would lock themselves on the inside. Sometimes you'd just see something out of the corner of your eye.
That's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ben claims to have had a haunting in our apartment, though I don't quite know.
There was
we
a
talked
haunted.
about this. He was having fucking seizures.
No, not seizures.
I wasn't having a seizure.
Strokes.
What happened?
He was
I wasn't having a
he was having
stroke.
mini
He
strokes.
saw lights. He saw
I
lights.
saw
Lights
lights.
flash.
Yeah, we agreed that you were having strokes.
I didn't agree to that. I saw a ghost. There was a flash of light to my left. Next thing I know, the living room light goes off.
That's what's so scary is that, like, I've read the thing, though. Do you think maybe it was carbon monoxide poisoning?
Oh, with me?
It's always possible, yeah, because that's
Maybe.
what the explanation is now, is that what happens is carbon monoxide if there's carbon monoxide poisoning, that makes all that, you hear sounds, you see shadows, and you see stuff out of the corner of your eye, like all this kind of stuff is conducive of, like, might have just been, which is even scarier in a way.
Yeah.
You might have just
It
been
is.
slowly being poisoned in your own house.
Because it was only there for a few months. I'm sure if I lived there longer.
Yeah.
Dead as fuck.
Or a plant.
You would
or
be
something,
haunting that
yeah.
place now.
Oh.
Well, you never know. I don't know.
Maybe the ghosts turn on the stove to release the carbon dioxide.
That's the
Could
thing.
be. Eddie, is any ghost crazy enough to haunt you?
We had my family has all kinds of ghost stories. We're all into ghosts and shit. We love it. Growing up, I used to come up to Jersey every summer, and the middle room in my aunt's house was fucking haunted. I don't give a shit what anyone says. That thing was
Just
fucking
like
it was bad news. I
in
couldn't
there.
sleep in there. I always felt like someone was standing over you.
It's
It
like
was
when
ridiculous.
John had the guest in his living room that saw a burn victim walk from his room to his roommate's room.
Yeah. And then that fucking house burnt down later
And then
on.
the house burnt down like a year later.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I love it. Yeah.
It's worst.
But anyway, yeah. So we were trying to figure out what happened. Like my mom got pushed down the stairs. Apparently, she fell, broke her nose, and whatever.
She was pregnant with you at this time?
I wish.
No,
And
okay.
then, but then we had there was two kids and an older man were the ghosts, and we always hear the kids playing in the attic. We'd always hear shit in the attic and stuff like that. And they had a seance person come in, and they said that
Seance person came in.
Yeah.
So what was the seance? How did that
fun.
go down?
I
Do you
wasn't
know?
there.
You
I
weren't
wasn't-
there?
I
What, did they
wasn't
all
there.
hold hands and do that?
I
Or no,
don't-
he just came in and kind of like checked out the corners.
Yeah,
of
it was
the
a good
room and
old woman. And she's like, yeah, there's definitely a presence, and like started describing the stories. Like he was an old mobster who was hiding money in the closet and stuff like
fun.
that.
It's got to be a fun job to
Apparently,
get to
yeah,
make up all those great stories.
Yeah.
Hey, this one's going to be a mobster.
But what was crazy about it is they lived there for my little cousin Noelle. I mean, she lived there until she was 3, and then she moved away. And then one day when she was like 5 years old, we're all at dinner at the Olive Garden, and she mentioned something about missing the children that were in that room, and we never talked to her about it. She's like, I miss those two kids that she used to always play with when she was really young.
that's
But we had never brought it up to her. We kept it a secret. And we were like, what kids? Do we miss kids? Like it was ridiculous.
That's awesome.
That's fun.
Yeah, no, it was a good one. That's
See, I
why-
would think, Kevin, that Jamaica would be extremely haunted. You never
No, man. Like, we didn't have ghosts anywhere near our house because we were protected by the power of God. But
Yeah, that's true.
I did play Luigi's Mansion, though. And that shit, so I know. Ghosts don't do well with vacuums, man. Just know that.
And was there a lot of voodoo in Jamaica?
What kind of shit is this, man?
I don't know. do you know? Like, I don't know anything about voodoo. I mean,
Voodoo is a Haitian. It's a Haitian.
It's just
thing.
Haitian?
That's Haiti.
Oh, okay. I don't know.
It's a good thing there's a table between you two right now. I would not want to get in between KB and Eddie. I would look just like that chick who got her face ripped off.
Yeah, you did kind of just go, you guys are all the same, right?
I mean, I do feel bad for Kevin. Kevin has to encompass like 2 billion people on this show.
I thought voodoo was just all the islands. I'm sorry.
Well, I guess that's better than, just the Caribbean, the islands. I guess that's better.
I thought it was all of them.
It's not.
Except for the
but-
Spanish ones, of course.
Of course.
So I bet you, Marcus, voodoo priest ever make you suck his dick or anything?
Do I want to tell that story? No, I saw a goblin once.
Yes, yeah, goblin.
What's the goblin story?
I saw a goblin whenever I was like 10. I was staying
Goblin? You saw a goblin.
So you saw a Haitian just run around.
No, I saw a goblin.
He was washing dishes at a diner.
Next thing you know, these goblins keep on giving me more dishes to wash. This place is haunted as fuck.
That's a fucking.
No,
I don't know, man. I couldn't find a pay stub for him anywhere.
No, I was staying at my cousin's house in Lubbock, back in Texas, and it was the middle of the night, and he lived like in a suburb type area. And I woke up, and I was like, 8, 10, somewhere around there, and I woke up in the middle of the night, had like this dreadful feeling in my stomach, and I'm like, there's something fucking weird out that window, and I have to go look at it. And I stood up, and I looked out the window, and I saw this weird green pig blob.
Pig blob? What do you mean pig blob? I feel like I'm jacking off right now. A pig blob?
It clearly was a chupacabra, man. I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it was a pig blob. It was like this big green blob in the shape of a pig.
Now, did it
introduce
itself to you? Did it tell you it was a goblin?
Wearing a top hat and a monocle?
Yeah. Are you
Was it
just
Mr. Peanut?
It sounds like this is just a spokesman for the terrible Texas lottery. Just the pig blob with the top hat and the monocle.
Yeah, man, you should have played that night.
Absolutely. That's the sign. That's when you know you're going to win.
Well, I was 8.
What else happened?
And I just,
That's it? That is not a and that's a goblin? You fucking lunatic.
Well, you know what? Ghosts are real, and
That's what we've proved. All right, that's the whole thing. Welcome there. This is the round table.
Oh, yeah, that's Pat.
Oh, Patrick. Yeah. What's your ghost story?
I saw a goblin one time.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah.
Oh, wait, that was a turkey.
That was just a turkey. All right. For Eddie Larson, Holden McNeely, Kevin Barnett, thank you so much for being here. Amber Nelson.
Thanks for having me, man.
And Patrick Dixon, thank you. You were amazing. You're attractive. You're beautiful.
I have a podcast.
He's got a podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, Marcus Parks, I'm Ben Kissel. We will talk to you very soon. Put a baby on it.
pour some chili on it.
Pour some chili on
Or
it.
some chili on there.
Put a goblin on it.
Put a baby in it.
There's a beer in here, yeah.
Because there's one here.
There's 2 in here.
Okay, I'll take
Yeah,
this.
so you have that one, then we have all these beers to drink, and hey, Pat has a podcast.
I promote your podcast every week on my podcast.
Oh, really? My podcast on your podcast?
Abe Lincoln's Top Hat.
Yeah.
I mention it almost every week.
Don't mention the name, not on this podcast.
Are we still going?
Podcast?
I have no idea. Do you want me to plug
New York City Crime
You
Report.
can
It's
listen
great.
You can listen to Pat Dixon's podcast. I mean, it's find it if you fucking want to. It's fine. It's a fine podcast. Pat Dixon's.
New York City Crime Report.
Yeah, the cops
That's
like
it. Cops, listen to New York City Crime Report every Tuesday on Abe Lincoln's Top Hat.
I think you officially owe Pat money for that plug.
What? What?
People who are already listening are going to drop it. That's it.
It's all done. It's all Cave Comedy Radio. Listen to all of
Can
them.
we please shut off, Ben?
Yeah, please. I'm done.
Turn him off.
Piss in the cake.
I didn't piss in the cake. How am I getting blamed for ruining this?
You pissed on that cake, bro.
All right.
Who else would have done it?
All right, I have to pee. I really do.
Has anyone got a cake?